Welcome to Clean and Sober Stoner.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that in so long.
I know, it's been a while since I've been on here.
You know, I tried to get there for a while. I had other bands. I've got JJ's Welcome to Clean and Sober Stoner. And then
was it Snake Mother?
Snake Mother, when they all did it. Oh my God, the memories. Why are we talking about this?
We hit 1,000 subs.
Technically.
Oh, more than 1,000 subs.
1,040 as of 2 seconds ago.
Not that he checks.
It's been a long journey. So she's been putting up with me like every single day, and I'll be sitting at dinner. We'll be at the grocery store, and I'll be going, yes.
Yeah, he's like this.
As we got another sub.
Yes.
So anyway, this is our pretentious, self-indulgent, all about us video.
It's not about us. It's thanking all of you who have subscribed to us, right? And just being excited about where we're headed as a channel.
Let us know in the comments below if you actually believe that. Do you think this is self-indulgent or is this for you? Because I don't remember anybody asking for this.
Well, probably not, but we're celebrating, I guess. So maybe it is pretentious. So
woo, woo, woo. Nobody should be forced to see that.
Yeah, you didn't do the overbite part.
So, kind of a big deal. I know that YouTubers do get on and they are self-indulgent a little bit, but you've had to live with me for the past 2 years.
Yeah, it's a challenge some days. Like, we talk about business a lot. We talk about numbers a lot.
What's a lot?
Well, like every morning over coffee.
Every morning.
Pretty much at every conversation, there's some piece of business.
Oh, by the way, did I tell you I got this band? And I was just thinking I need to change that light.
Right. Oh, I want to collaborate with this person. Oh, I can't wait to interview that band. And hey, there's a new single that I just found on Doom Charts. So many emails that you have to go through, I'm sure.
It's not an exaggeration. Between the Doom Charts and all the PR companies and the band. By the way, thank you, bands, for sending me your stuff.
Thank you.
Should I tell them they get priority?
They do, actually. We kind of notice whenever you send us stuff and we're like, oh, look. So we tend to pay attention to you whenever you send us your stuff. So please keep doing it.
Yeah, we're still about the new bands, but there is a reality, which is small band, small channel.
I don't know. I mean, people are always looking for new music, and
right.
Small bands make great music just like big bands. So I think we keep doing it.
My argument is small bands make better music than big bands.
Probably. Maybe.
Like the new Deep Purple that everybody is going crazy over. Honestly, I think that is one of the worst pieces of crap I've heard in the past decade. But when you compare it to a band like Cobranoid, or you compare it to the new Delving that just came out with.
Yeah, that's exciting.
There's so much fantastic music that I just don't see the appeal of listening to a 78-year-old sing about his tallywhacker. Every song's about his penis.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to pass on that one.
Oh, wait, I don't get to go into my David Coverdale rant?
Oh, could we not? We want to keep this short and sweet. We want people to watch. We don't want people to run away.
So, of all the things that we've done, does anything stick out of you as one of your faves?
Okay, so I have a couple. I'm looking forward to your delving thing. Like, don't get me wrong, that's going to be great. My favorite video is the one that started it all. Right, because we went to watch Elder here.
On my 30th, it was my 30th clean day. I was clean and sober 30 years on October 8th of 2022.
Right. So we went to see Elder and some other bands, right? And they were awesome. But we caught some video. And so Scott threw it up on the YouTube channel. And it's Jack Donovan, like his hair flowing in the wind as he's like, and it got like 600 likes or views, 600 views. And he was like all day. He was so excited about it. And that's kind of how we birthed
Right.
the channel.
It never occurred to me the YouTube would be a thing.
Yeah.
I had obviously, if you go back to the early interviews, I had no clue what I was doing, except I'm a counselor, right? So I can ask a question and all that, but the whole technical thing,
that's definitely been a journey for us, the figuring out the technology, how to edit, what equipment do we actually need versus what's nice to have. So it's definitely been a journey to figure out how to do this thing.
But yeah, so Jack Donovan, I think that's before really we had taken the Clean and Sober blog and went, hey, let's make something with this. Because at that point, I was posting once every 4 months if I had a wild hair. And then the Jack Donovan, by the way, many thanks to Jack Donovan, many thanks to Elder, one of the 1,000 people that if it wasn't for this band, I wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for Jack, I definitely wouldn't be here. But it's the first time I said, ooh, there's a there.
Right, you did.
And it's like, ooh, let's start a YouTube channel. And then I did my recording of the lava. Like I have my iPhone. What do I have? Is it a 13? Yeah, I have the iPhone 13.
Yeah.
It's first time I'm taking high def, and I spent like an hour setting it up, and I record like 30 seconds of lava lamp.
Mike Scheidt was the other one that I thought you were super excited about, that I thought was a really great collaboration and a great interview with Mike. And
it was the behind the scenes on that. I had hurt my shoulder and my neck that day. So the whole interview, if you watch, I'm just like hunched. I'm just like this because I couldn't move my head and my head was too heavy to keep up. So I have the GOAT, the person who I consider the greatest single guitarist, just his chords. Anyway, Mike Scheidt, huge fan. So I have Mike Scheidt on and I can't move.
Yeah, but it was a good one. That was the other memorable one for me. What about you? Do you have a favorite? It's kind of like saying you have a favorite child, but do you have a favorite?
Well, I have a favorite, but it's also my number one criticism of my work.
Okay.
My favorite is Grave Huffer. My all-time favorite, because it was my second or third interview.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, I think I want to do this, but I screwed up the audio. Like what I kept doing, because of the software I'm using, I didn't record the audio from the band. So I had a microphone. It was usually right here.
Yeah.
But I knew enough that if it's too close to the speaker, I'm going to get echo. So I moved the microphone away, and now you can't hear the band. And I spent 16 hours trying to use, I think it was Adobe Premiere, which I don't recommend anybody ever use. Screw Adobe. But I had to go through and every syllable raise it, and then I had to lower the noise floor on everything else. It was just it was a nightmare.
That was painful.
And editing, when I first started out, it was like 16 hours. Like, what would I come to your office? We haven't rehearsed this really much. I'd come to your office every day going,
I'm still working on this edit. It's only been 8 hours.
I hated editing.
He called himself a noob, which you were.
Oh, God, I was beyond a noob.
And so it was just, he had done that more than once, by the way, the Grave Huffer thing.
Oh, yeah, I did it with once. The very first one, which was Grave Next Door. Mm-hmm. I had Steve from Clouds Stay Satanic, which is another one that I love because I don't know the guy. And I consider Clouds Stay Satanic to be a really, a major band. And we're on Facebook, and he messages me for something. I don't know what it was. I'm like, hey, you want to do an interview? And 15 minutes later, I've got the camera up. I'm using ScreenFlow, which you don't do.
Don't use ScreenFlow either.
If you look at the video, and I didn't edit anything. That's what I'm going to say about Grave Huffer. I insisted that we're going to have the whole video. I am not going to edit anything out. I want integrity. I want, this is an artist. This is what really happened. So I'm really obsessed with what's really there. By the way, going forward, the videos are going to be edited down to roughly 20 minutes because I'm not doing the bands any service if I put this hour and a half long monstrosity.
Right.
If nobody's going to watch it, and if of the 70 people that watch it, they only watch 2 minutes, I haven't done anybody any good whatsoever.
Very true.
However, if you are an insane fanatic and you want to see the entire video with minimum editing, we have something planned down the road.
Yeah, I think we're going to open the membership part. We've been talking about that for a while, giving members exclusive content, access to full-length videos and interviews.
Now I feel like every other creator. Now I feel like one of those life coaches. The other one, all-time favorite, is the Vitzker student.
Oh, yeah.
What I did with Martin and with the help of Ripple Music was we have the entire album. It's like an hour and 20 minutes long because you have commentary from Martin on the writing process, where he was when he wrote it. And I think it really brings the album into context. That's my all-time. If I die and they say, what's your favorite thing that you did? It's going to be Vitzker student.
What I always find really fascinating about the interviews is how everybody's process is slightly different and what they're inspired by is slightly different. So I always appreciate those parts of the interviews to figure out kind of how do they write, how do they create. It's always fascinating.
That's kind of the point of the interviews. What we're trying to do is, one, create a much bigger scene on YouTube. We've been pretty much alone, no longer, because we have Inherent Records and Monuments of Ruin, and we have the Heavy Underground Farm Report. So we're getting a bit of a scene, but we want to elevate the new bands. We want to elevate the bigger, because even the bigger bands are barely making a living. So the point of the interviews really is to give you insight into the inside process, get to know the bands as people, and really just foster a sense of community without too much pretense, which we can't go even another second without thanking some extremely special people.
Yes.
First off, Jipsy and Jipsy Froud. She's fearless.
She is. She's done tons of interviews. I mean, it didn't take her long before she was off and running whenever she jumped in with you.
She gets on the bat phone and calls Greenleaf. And next thing you know, we have Greenleaf, one of the legendary bands. She's just like, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
And then her writing's been fantastic on the blogs.
Yeah. And?
All hails Reverend Fuzz Cut.
Yes, Rev.
We have an interview that by the time you see this, it'll be published, but check out the Reverend Fuzzcut interview. It gets it goes places that
it's a deep one.
You don't usually expect, which reminds me, can't thank Clean and Patrick and Cooley, and I'm going to forget all their names. Clean has just been a phenomenal supporter of the channel.
Yeah.
If I didn't wear an Elder shirt, it would be a Clean shirt, but my Clean shirt is dirty.
Right.
So
we do what we can with what we got.
Did you know that we have Blake Carrera, who from IWAS is also, he's got some videos, but we have Blake Carrera from IWAS is doing writing, and he's doing YouTube videos. Stunning.
Yes. I think we would also be remiss without thanking all of the labels that we get to work with.
King Volume.
Yes.
Electric Desert.
Yes.
Ripple Music. Todd Severin, one of the busiest people in the world. And he takes that time to just chat. Every now and then we start a conversation. So then the new guy that I just mentioned, Electric Desert. And Desert Records, Brad Fry with Red Mesa, and good God, the amount of help and the amount of guidance we've gotten from Brad Fry, because you have Desert Records, you have Desert Bloom PR, there's the PR companies, Good Boy PR, we love.
Yeah.
Oh, and the person who really got the whole thing going, Claire from Purple Sage.
Yeah. So thank you all. Just thank you for sharing with us, believing in us, working with us, collaborating. We love it. we can't wait to see where else we can take it. But yeah, we're excited.
We're done.
Oh,
I guess we're done.